So what's that song about?
That's another one that was kind of inspired by other things a little bit. I mean, how do I start? The song was actually inspired by victims of sex trafficking. My husband and I are involved with an organization in New York called Restore, that they rescue women from sex trafficking and help them start to rebuild their lives. Um, I just remember we were in a phase where we were learning a lot about it, and it's so tragic and so heartbreaking and so common. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just start writing and the words start popping out, and then I go, "Oh, I think this is what I'm writing about." Okay, like that's the train I'm going to follow. So that's what inspired the song. But in general, and for me, I definitely find myself within it. It's just about that admission of feeling lost. Being trapped. Like, okay, I'm in a situation and I want out. So yeah, I love that song a lot.
Yeah, no, I like that one too.
It's hard to play.
Since we're on the subject, this album deals with a lot of heavy, different types of themes, relationships, love, death, freedom. So, I don't know, any other personal things that have happened in your life over these past 5 years, maybe that you can talk about, just how they relate to some of the songs on the album?
I definitely went down some roads of the past a little bit to draw inspiration. But at the same time, over the last few years, I was really going through a self-discovery time. It was like, I need to find myself. I need to start over and see if this is who I am. All of that. It makes you think, and it makes you at times feel totally point that you just start repeating things over and over, and it's like it loses its meaning after a while. Like, you have to be able to get real. So I went through a lot of thinking and feelings and just purging myself, but yeah, that is a lot of the inspiration on the record.
Cool. Going back to Twitter, and we're going to lighten it up a little bit. This is from TK408. Amy, does it weird you out when you see people with Evanescence tattoos?
I think it's cool. I don't have any tattoos, so I always feel like it's so permanent that I almost feel like, I hope you like the new record. I hope you still like me in 10 years. But I think it's incredibly flattering. I just saw a girl with a really beautiful one last night. It's cool. A lot of times now, they've gotten the tattoo on the last album cycle or the one before, and they're coming to get it signed, and then they're going to go get the signature tattooed.
Oh,
So I have to be really careful about my signature.
How come you don't have any tattoos? Just no desire?
You know what's funny? It's sort of like everyone around me, all growing up, everybody had tattoos.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the more rebellious thing not to have any.
I think these days it is, because
Yeah.
at least in LA, it's like everyone has a
Yeah.
tattoo. This question is from Carlos BC. What was the best gift that you've ever received from a fan?
From a fan. I've gotten some really, really cool creative things. I love it when they make gifts. Let me think. Once I got from a Mexican fan this awesome video. It was like a claymation short with all of us in it, like all the band members, and it was just playing, like I don't know, Whisper or something in the background, and you see all these little claymation figures, and like we go into a graveyard and there's like a ghost, and it's really cute. I love it when fans go to the trouble to like create something. It's awesome.
Nice. Apparently, Philippines. Apparently, they think of you as a sex symbol. So, what can you say about being a sex symbol, if you maybe have ever even considered yourself one?
I don't know how to answer that question. It's weird. It's weird how I feel about it. Okay, it's weird. I'm definitely not like that. So, I mean, not that I'm not a woman. Great, cool. But I don't know. I think people look up to people that are famous or whatever. And I definitely have a team of people doing my makeup and hair. So it's not all real.
Right. And here's another very important question. They even say it's a very important question. From Patty Kell. Have you ever read the Harry Potter books?
No, and I feel bad saying no because I really love the movies, and my sister's a big reader, and she's like, you have to read the books. Like, she's been saying that for like 8 years. I'm a bad person. I want to read
I
them.
haven't read them either.
Actually, really like the story.
I don't even know what the story's about.
Dragons or something, I don't know.
Twilight, Harry
Kids,
Potter, I don't know
school,
anything
written.
about that stuff. I wanted to personally ask you, this album, I know you have a lot of new bandmates and people collaborating. So just talk about some of the new band members that you have now and
Yeah.
what they all sort of bring to the table and how you collaborated in the songwriting, even though
Okay.
you have discussed it a little bit.
Yeah. This is really, really strong lineup. This is the same lineup we had touring the Open Door. And I remember by the end of tour, we were just really solid, and it was time to stop. But I was like, man, we finally just nailed it. Like, we've nailed our live show. Yeah. I am so grateful that these are the guys that we got to have go in and make this record. If there's any team of people in the entire world that could have done it, this is the exact people that I would have wanted. Terry, of course, we wrote the Open Door together. He's got a great mind. He just kind of creates without thinking, and really has this special sound and style that brings something to the table that just feels like Evanescence to me. Just a beautiful part of it. Tim ended up being a very big part of the writing process this time around. I think I can hear that. It's hard to explain his flavor. He's a California guy. Mm-hmm. He's from Sacramento, and I don't know. He's got the bass, so I don't know. He's got the groove. It's awesome. Yeah. And he's a very good writer as well. So it was very cool collaborating with Tim. We're really close. He lived in New York for a while, so we spent a lot of time together. Will, the drummer, amazing. He's the best drummer in the world. He hits so hard and with such feeling. And I think it takes the music in a lot of different styles subtly, the way that he plays the riffs. And Troy, of course, came along last of all because he was with another band at the time, but then was able to join us too in the end and be a part of it, be a part of creating with us, get in there and really jam. He's an incredible guitar player and the sweetest guy in the world. So it felt like a little bit of a family reunion all coming back together and then infusing creativity into what we already did, playing together. Yeah, it was a very positive experience.
Cool. Well, we're going to play another song, Lost in Paradise, and then we'll take a couple more questions from Twitter. It's at Billboard, #BBAmy. This is Lost in Paradise.